Do you know the purpose of your marriage? Hello, and thank you so much for always joining in this conversation. My name is Willie Kinyash, now Dr. Love, and I am delighted to be here to talk about the issues concerning marriage. And I want to thank all of you for the support and love that you have shown me so far. Thank you so much. And if this is your first time to be here, kindly make sure that you subscribe to this YouTube channel. This is where we come and we tackle issues concerning marriages and how we can overcome the issues when they will arise, because of course marriages have got issues. There is no perfect marriage here under the sun, and so all marriages, they are going through some issues. But when the issues come, how do you handle those issues? And so this beautiful day, I want us to talk about then why marriage, and then what is the purpose of marriage. So why marriage? And from the beginning, we see God talking about the issue of marriage, and he says in the Holy Word that let us make man in our own likeness and image. And so we are made like God. And so God, or the institution of marriage, it is not started by any man. It was not any man's idea. It is God who said it is not good for this man to be alone. And so he's the one who came up with this thing of marriage. And so he is the author of this institution called marriage. And so the biggest, or the biggest purpose of marriage is to reflect the image of God here on earth. Because God looked and realized there is nothing that would reflect his image. And so he had to do something to reflect his very own image here on earth. And that is how he came up with the institution of marriage. And so that is the biggest purpose of marriage. But do you know, and I know this is going maybe to be, maybe for some of us, we've never heard of this, but do you know that every marriage has got a purpose? Pause for a minute. Do you know the purpose of your marriage? And now, we're not talking about the bigger purpose of marriage, but now the purpose of your marriage, the two of you, you and your spouse. Have you ever sat down and asked yourselves, by the way, why did God bring us together as a husband and a wife? Maybe some of you think that God brought you together so that you can, build some houses, buy some cars, buy some properties here and there. But some maybe because of, you think you came together because of sex? No. Some of you think because of kids. No. By the way, do you know your marriage is 100% complete even without marriage, even without children? Yes, even without children, your marriage is 100% complete, because marriage is made between two adults. And for this matter, allow me to say a man and a woman, that is a male and a female. Because nowadays you have all these kind of funny things people are doing, that a man is marrying another man. No, it is a husband and a wife who happens to be a male and a female. And so what is the purpose of your marriage? Because the many issues that couples go through, if we are able to understand the purpose of our marriage, I'm telling you, some of the issues you're facing or going through in that marriage, you'll be able to sort them out completely. And how can you know the purpose of your marriage? Why God brought this person into your life? And I want you to ask yourself, I know before she came into the picture, before he came into the picture, there was another John, there was Mary, there was Carol, there was Kevo. Yes, all of them, they were there. But why not them? But now this one, the one now you are living with. Why this person? How can I know the purpose of my marriage? The two of you. Number one, you can know it prayerfully, you go before the Lord and ask God, God, why did you bring us together? What do you want us to achieve here or now? If you're able to know why God brought the two of you together, I'm telling you and I'm assuring you, you will be able to thrive in that marriage. And so prayerfully ask God to help you, to guide you through His wisdom, that you understand why you came together. Maybe some of you, God brought you together so that you can heal other marriages out there. And so there are marriages that are suffering because you are not yet doing what God has called you to do in that marriage. And I always like giving example. Myself and my wife and I, the purpose of our marriage is to work with couples. That is the purpose of our marriage. If you're able to do that, if you're able to achieve that, we are good to go. And over the years, through the couples we have worked with, I have seen some couples coming to visit us, and yet the two of us, my wife and I, we are having issues. But when they come to see us, as we are having conversations, we are able to speak to ourselves through them. And so the issue that we had, we find ourselves, before this couple leaves, we have already sorted out this issue. And so when they go, we come to that, by the way, so, and we made our ways. And so the purpose that God has given us now as the Willies, it is working with these couples. And this has really helped us to sort out issues in our marriage. Because as I said, as I was starting this conversation, I said that there is no perfect marriage under the sun. And so even that couple you see out there and you admire them, they have their own issues. But when they understand the reason why God brought them together, they are able to deal with these issues and they are able to move on. And so when we understand the purpose of our marriage as a couple, things will change. And as we talk about this, I know sometimes we might ask now, yes, we have prayed and nothing seems to come into place. So what's next? It is also important to know the two of you and look at the strengths that you have and the giftings and the talents you have, the two of you. And the moment you're able to understand these things, you'll be able to see where God is leading you. Through the giftings that you have, through the talents that you have, you'll be able to see where God is leading you. And I'm telling you, when you do this, when you understand the purpose of that marriage, you will go far and you'll be able to thrive and enjoy your marriage. And there's something, I think this week I had written on my page, my Facebook page. You can go and check out Willie Kinyash _couples_will. And I had written and I had said, do not overcrowd your marriage. And so you can have as many friends you want to have in your family. You can invite and have many friends as you can in your wedding. But when it comes to your marriage, it requires God, yourself as a husband, and the wife. The three of you. When the three of you are stuck in that place, you'll be able to work out that marriage. And I know there's the issue of the mentors. It is important also to have mentors. But again, when you're talking about mentors, it is not all the time. And so there are some issues you don't even need to go to ask your mentors. When you have a small issue, you run to your mentors. No, before you run to your mentors, run to God and talk to Him. Maybe there are some issues you've been going through, and it's only that you have not let God know. If you can let Him know, able to find a solution and you'll be able to enjoy this marriage. And I want to say, as I end, that God brought you together so that you can enjoy that marriage, not to endure. It is very sad that couples can come together and instead of enjoying their marriage, they are enduring. It is not in the will of your Father. The will of your Father is you enjoy that marriage. And saying that does not mean that there will be no issues. Issues will come. Even maybe as you're watching this clip, you're having issues with your spouse. It is okay. But kaeni chini, zungumzeni na ulizane. How can we handle this issue? And the moment you'll be able to do that, you'll find peace, you'll find joy, and you're going to enjoy that marriage. So it is in the will of the Father that you enjoy that marriage. So thank you so much for joining me. Asante sana. And kindly, if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please do subscribe and eka kengele that anytime we are on, you'll be able to be notified and see what is happening. So thank you so much. See you on the next one, and kindly share this video with a friend out there, and also make sure that you leave a comment. Also remember to like. Yeah, sini vizuri. Yes, so asanteni sana. My name is Willie Kinyash, and out there they call me Dr. Love, and some will even call me the Undisputed. And for now, ni kwaheri ya kuonana. See you.